What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition today of On the Road to Victory. I was with you guys a little bit earlier. We talked about the Landon Dickerson signing. Hey, we talked about having patience, got the deal done, talked about the salary cap we still have. So go check that video out in case you missed it. But told you I would be back. We are going to finish up the Positional Outlook series, the NFC East offensive side of the ball. We went defense yesterday just because of the Steven Nelson signing and Dallas adding Malik Hooker. So we got that out of the way first. Now tonight we are going to be ranking the NFC East offenses. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you have these guys ranked. Who do you have as the top offense in the NFC East? Not the top team, just the offense. So we're going to talk about some of the players each team has lost or added, who they drafted on offense, and, just some of the standings from last year, everything like that. So we're going to get into it, and let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you taking the time on this beautiful Monday night. Dude, the players are going to be showing up to training camp tomorrow, and training camp begins on Wednesday. I cannot stress to you how excited I am. Got the Steven Nelson signing done. We got the Dickerson signing. What did I say? It's going to be days before camp. Holy hell, did they pull a close one on us. So heart pounding, but we got it done. Very excited for this team. I think this team is going to compete. We talked about it. The defense, the pieces we've added in the secondary with Ant Harris and Steven Nelson. I love that. Eric Wilson in the linebacking core. Kerrigan in the draft picks we had, dude. I love Milton Williams on the defense. Go check out that video from yesterday. You'll see how excited I am about the Eagles. I really think they're going to surprise some people. But the offensive side of the ball, I don't know how people have not got excited about the offense. We had injuries and set the NFL record for the most starting offensive lines last year. So to me, that was obviously a very major issue. But if this line stays healthy, we have one of the best offensive lines in the game. We were running the ball like beasts last year. I think things can definitely turn around. And obviously, it all comes down to health and how Jalen Hurts plays. So his regression is key here. But I really feel that the right coaching staff was brought in. He's been doing the right things to ensure that he gets better. And I'm really excited about this team. I cannot stress that enough. But let's get into these offensive rankings. And I'll be honest with you, this was really tough because there's been a lot of changes to the offensive side of the ball for all of these teams. And a lot of these teams are getting a lot of guys back from injury. So Landon Dickerson, left guard, you'll see when I get there. But, this division is filled with talent. And it was hard for me to really not be, I don't want to be a homer. I wanted to, and you can tell by this entire series, go back and watch videos. I've definitely been honest. I hate putting Dallas at the top of things, and that's happened many times. But, we're keeping it real here. But there's a lot of question marks. A lot of people come back from injury, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of slack for this list, but that's perfectly fine. That's why it's my list. But as I said, I want to know your guys' thoughts. What are your lists? Who do you have ranked at the top? Who's at the bottom? But we're going to start this off. And I think this offense is going to be pretty damn good. So you'll obviously see I'm starting off with them. So this is definitely tough for me. They added a lot of talent to this team. And I think, they could be the best. I mean, their defense was ranked the best last night when we did the defensive side of the ball. And, I really think this offense is going to help them immensely. Last year, though, they definitely had their struggles. They were 25th in passing, 26th in rushing, and 29th total yardage with 320.6 yards per game. And they were 25th in total points per game with 21.1. So they needed to upgrade that offense. One of their key losses was Morgan Moses. That's obviously a huge loss. Alex Smith retired. They lost Jeremy Sprinkle, not a big deal at tight end, and Robert Foster to Miami. But they added Ryan Fitzpatrick, 970-year-old quarterback, but he kicks our ass every time. He's still got some talent, but that's a huge question mark. I have no idea what he's going to look like at this age. But I know that they'll run the ball a lot. And Antonio Gibson, they've got a whole stable of backs. I think that it's pretty clear cut who the starters are for the most part. But that offensive line, when you lose Morgan Moses, you got to add to that. And they added Charles Leno there. And I'm not sure if he'll play right tackle or left tackle. Same goes for Cornelius Lucas. He played left tackle last year, but that's exactly where Leno plays as well. They added DeAndre Carter for special teams help. Sammy Reyes is a guy at tight end we talked about from the international program. They brought in Deion Yelder from Kansas City, a blocking tight end. Yeah, they added a lot of talent there. Ty Larson on the line and Adam Humphries on offense as well. And Curtis Samuel, you see there. Obviously, we've talked about him and Terry McLaurin back together from Ohio State. That's going to be huge for them. They can move all around. And Antonio Gandy Golden, we'll see how he progressed. But him and Kelvin Harmon going to be fighting for snaps. Some people sleeping on both those guys, I think. But they've got a pretty damn talented offense. Questionable at the tackles, what's going to happen there. But inside, man, Wes Schweitzer, he was really doing pretty well filling in there. And I'm not sure if Eric Flowers, they traded for him, if he'll take that starting job from him. But that'll be a good battle to watch. Brandon Sheriff, one of the best guards in the game. He obviously don't have to explain that. He's got that right guard spot locked down. And then Chase Roulier, really good center, actually. So they've got a pretty dang good offensive line. I think their line's probably better than the Giants to me. But just all those question marks for me. And then you'll see what we talk about next. Why? Because this is a really talented team. And they went after in the draft. They got Cosme, as you see there. He could be competing for that tackle position. They also added Diami Brown and Dax Milne to the receiver core. So those were two good pickups. John Bates from Boise State. That's somebody that's going to help them at tight end. So they definitely added talent. I think, this team is going to be vastly improved, and they're definitely going to be the team to beat to try to, get that NFC East title from them is going to be quite the challenge. So, hey, they're stacked, man, on defense and now on offense. They really went after it. Most least hated teams in the NFC East. Wouldn't be mad if they won. I disliked them all with a passion. I even still don't like the Cardinals just because when I was a kid, they were in our division. But yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one out of the three there, sure. Hate Dallas the most, obviously. Giants are pretty damn close, though. But I hate Washington just as much. So I want to see the Eagles win, and that's what I'm hopeful for. So we see Washington. They definitely did pretty well in the offseason. Think they're stacked. But this next team, and this is another tough one because you don't know where I'm going here, but I am not. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. But they've got some studs coming to this team and coming back to this team. The New York Giants. The only reason this was really tough for me, their offensive line is very questionable. Andrew Thomas is, I thought, a decent draft pick. We'll see how he does this year. But Will Hernandez is decent. But you've got some decent guys: Nick Gates, Shane Lemieux, Matt Pert. Nothing jumping off the page. And then Daniel Jones. Huge question mark there. What's he going to look like? Evan Ingram kind of fell off last year, but they brought in Kyle Rudolph. So I think, there's going to be some competition there. They lost a lot of their older guys on this team. So I think they definitely are heading in the right direction. Lost Kevin Zeitler on the line to Cleveland. That's not necessarily a good thing for them. But Deion Lewis, Wayne Gallman, Alfred Morris are all on the street still. Golden Tate's out there. Colt McCoy, Joe Webb. So they got rid of the old heads. And they added someone like Kenny Galladay. My God. John Ross there as well. Kyle Rudolph, we said. Kelvin Benjamin going to try out at tight end, but he can help in multiple forms, I guess. Devontae Booker was a good addition in case anything would happen to the guy that's back. And I think that's huge for them. Saquon Barkley, but we got to see if he stays healthy and, how he's doing. But I think he'll be just like Adrian Peterson and come back maybe even stronger, which does not make me feel good, but happy for the young man. They also added Mike Glennon. We talk about McCoy and Webb being gone, so add another veteran there to back up Daniel Jones. Woo! And they also added Zach Fulton to the line. So not exactly something crazy, but when you add someone like Kadarius Toney, you see there in the draft, I think that that's huge. They added someone like Gary Brightwell as well to the running back room, so they added places where they needed to. Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, they're going to get their snaps, but adding Kenny Galladay and Kadarius Toney, holy hell, that's quite the upgrade over Golden Tate. So yeah, they could probably be very, very scary. If they establish that run, if Daniel Jones can do his thing, they could be the top. Any of these teams could be the top in the NFC East. And now this line is what everything's predicated off of for New York. Last year, they were 29th in passing, 19th against the running. Sorry, not against it. And they were 31st in total yardage with 299.6 yards per game. And they were 31st in points. 17.5 points per game. Now, when you lose someone like Saquon Barkley, That is pretty huge. So I imagine that didn't help anything. But yeah, they're going to get back to running the ball with him. We'll see how things go for them. But Joe Judge, bringing that New England style, they could be the best team in this, the best offense in this division. So we shall see. But because of the offensive line, that's how I kind of rank these guys, because it was too much, because there's a lot of what if. And if the Eagles are a lot of what if, then hey, every other team gets the what if. Now up next, I know that some people are probably gonna be like, how could you have them ranked so high? Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a firm believer in the Philadelphia Eagles, and I think that they could be the top offense, and I really think they're going to be very explosive. But once again, it comes down to what we talked about. The line has to stay healthy, but Jalen Hurts, obviously, we need to see how he's progressed. I'm very confident in him, so I'm not worried about that. What we did this offseason, I thought it made me feel even better inside. Last year we were 28th in passing with Wentz. That was horrible, but we were 10th in rushing. We just never ran the effing ball. You've heard me complain about it over and over and over again. So I'm really excited for this new regime. I think when you have Miles Sanders, Kerryon Johnson, Jordan Howard, Kenny Gainwell, we are going to run the ball, and I can't wait for that. So, we were 334.6 yards per game. That's 25th in the league. Not great. And then we were 26th in points, 20.9. So I think those numbers are going to go up a lot. I think this team is going to be much better, a lot healthier, and the schemes are going to be much better. So obviously major question marks because of the new coaching staff, new quarterback. So we have no idea what this team's going to look like. But we got rid of the dead weight, Jason Peters, Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson, Nate Sudfeld, Corey Clement, those last two found new homes. The other guys, they were getting older. It's their time to go. We added, like I said, Kerryon and Howard, adding backup quarterbacks like Joe Flacco, Nick Mullins, veteran guys, Flacco that can help Hurts grow. Mullins, who can take over the preseason work and help the receivers develop. Can't wait to see that. Added someone like LaRaven Clark for some depth on the offensive line. And then in the draft, you only took 3 guys out of the 9 picks on offense, but boy, did you hit on them. Devontae Smith, oh my Lord, an ex-receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Landon Dickerson, which was the question John asked earlier. He could definitely be competing. And then Kenny Gainwell is going to get his fair share of snaps at running back. But the Eagles added to this offense, and you're going to have guys like Quez Watkins, Travis Fulgham, Greg Ward, all fighting for a job. And, wherever you put them, these guys are interchangeable. But you have your X and your Z in Devontae Smith and Jalen Reagor. I have no idea what's going to happen with Ertz. In my opinion, he is not on this roster week 1. But Dallas Goedert, time to shine. Final year of his rookie contract. Let's go. Run the ball. We run that ball behind this line. That line stays healthy. I'm excited. I feel Landon Dickerson should take that redshirt year to learn under these greats and, get healthy, get ready to be the center for the Philadelphia Eagles for the next 10, 15 years. That will be exciting for me. I hope we don't have to see him starting, but if he's that good, hell yeah, let's go. But Isaac Seumalo, I think, is a lot better than most people think. And I really like this line. If you keep those 4 intact that you see from Isaac Seumalo over, yeah, I'm happy about that. It's the left tackle, which is a question mark, but the question is a good one because you got 2 really good young kids fighting who's going to be the top left tackle. I can't wait to see Jordan Mailata earn that job. So Dillard's going to have to take it from him. And I think he, put on the muscle he needed to, and he's just gotten smarter and better, and he's doing what he can to compete. So I can't wait to see those guys compete. We'll definitely be talking about that tomorrow in the positional breakdown, getting ready for camp. Cannot believe it. But this offense, man, is stacked. If that offensive line's healthy, you can run the ball with those running backs we talked about. Dude, you establish everything else for a dual threat quarterback like Jalen Hurts. Just imagine. We've talked about this all offseason. You have split back sets. You have sets where, guys are going in motion like Kenny Gainwell, Miles Sanders, Kerryon Johnson. They can all catch the ball. They can all run the ball. They can all pass protect. You have no idea what they're going to do. Your quarterback could be handing it to him. You could be passing it to him. He could be faking it, and then the quarterback's running it himself, or he could be throwing a slant to Reagor or deep ball to Devontae Smith. Something, across the middle. Goddard. We've got so much talent. We've talked about it all offseason. People are sleeping on this team, and that's fine. And look, there's going to be bumpy roads. We all understand that, right? I mean, this is a new coaching staff, new quarterback. There's going to be growing pains, but I'm excited as hell. We need to change. We got that change, and Howie's been doing a hell of a job. I've been giving him nothing but praise. these past few months, and I see people starting to come around. So nice to see, man. Let's go Birds. I really think that team could be good enough to be the first, but they could be last. You know what I mean? And that's every one of these teams. Depends on health. A lot of key guys healthy. And then the top team, once again, hate putting them at the top, but I have to. But of course, a lot depends on their health too, because they lost somebody pretty important last year as well. Dak Prescott. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt, especially like that. That was gruesome as hell. But dude, even without him, they did pretty well with Dalton. They were 10th in passing, 17th in rushing, and they were 13th in total yards with 371.8 yards per game. And they were 17th in points per game at 24.7. So they were still doing better than us, even with Dalton in there. But you got Dak Prescott back. He re-signed. I mean, that's huge for them. And obviously their line has to stay healthy. Tyron Smith, La'el Collins, Zach Martin, all dealing with injuries. You had Travis Frederick retire. That's huge. So Baidez is in the middle there. Joe Looney hasn't been re-signed, so that's kind of big for them. A lot of question marks there. Blake Bell lost the tight end position, but you got Jarwin coming back, who was supposed to be a big deal last year before he got injured. You lost Cam Irving as one of those pieces that could help you in case of injury to one of those tackles. So some key losses there, but they added Nesiki from Buffalo. And then Jeremy Sprinkle at tight end to replace those guys. So made a couple moves, but in the draft, they added a couple linemen and Josh Ball and then Parniak. And then they added Simi Fahoku in the 5th round to the receiving core. So they were just like the Eagles. They went predominantly defense in their draft. So, not too many moves to an offense that looks like that. If your offensive line stays healthy, okay. You have Dak Prescott at quarterback, who was literally almost 5,000 yards in the 4 games he played. So, wow. Amari Cooper, we all know he's really good. Michael Gallup has stepped it up. And then CeeDee Lamb. You got Zeke there, and then even Tony Pollard's behind him. So they've got a fierce running back crew. That's right now, that's the top offense. And until someone dethrones them, I had to keep them at the top. Trust me, I wanted to put the Eagles in front of them, but trying not to be a homer here and get ahead of myself. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be phenomenal, but I know that Dak Prescott is. So I got to give credit where credit is due. And let's go Birds. That's all I can say. But let me know your guys' thoughts on the video. How do you have these guys ranked? I'm tired as all hell. It's been a long Monday, but I was excited to talk about the Dickerson signing with some of you guys earlier. If you missed that video, go ahead, check it out on the YouTube channel. Let me know your thoughts. Explain a little bit of the salary cap after the moves. Maybe we're going to have $3,404,031 just to let you know we do have cap space. I know a lot of people are telling you otherwise out there. That is incorrect. So spreading the good word. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the top training camp battles. I can't believe Wednesday it's going to be here. Patience is a virtue. It's felt like 900 years, but it's here. All right, guys, I am going to get rolling out, though. Hope you're all enjoying your evening. I hope the Phillies are not losing by 1 anymore. That's pissing me off. But I appreciate all of you guys for checking me out on all these platforms, hitting the like button, subscribing to the YouTube channel. I truly do appreciate all of your support. If you need anything, those of you that do not worry about what time it is, whenever it is, whenever I see it, always get back to you guys. Always happy to talk to you guys, whether it's about football, life. I truly appreciate the friendships I've made through here. The brotherly love is spreading, and that's what this is all about. So I love you all. Hope you're all having a great Monday night. And as always, go Birds!